Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into paying a monthly subscription for your Mac and Windows software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount on all the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon.
So be sure to text Ready to Buy, that's Ready to Buy, to the number on the screen. Starting pricing for low-end software $100, and starting pricing for high-end software $500.
We aim to please, so expect 24/7 technical support, the latest premium software, instant software links delivered to your email, and PayPal's buyer's protection guarantee.
Finally, a channel not making multiple Puff Daddy videos. Well, I mean, I don't know about multiple, but we might have to talk about it. Take that, take that, take that. Yeah. So y'all know what's going on out here. Recently, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a lawsuit, apparently for $30 million against Sean P. Diddy Combs for sex trafficking and abuse and all manners of depravity which transpired during their relationship. Yeah, time to fire it up, y'all. Time to fire it up. But make sure you click that like button. Yeah, it's a doozy, y'all. I gotta say, it's a doozy. Have y'all actually read the what was filed? It's some shit. Hang on. Yeah, it's definitely some things going on in there. Apparently, this man had her doing what were called FOs, which are FO stands for freak offs. Apparently, these freak offs were requested quite frequently. And apparently he would request her to get a guy with, hang on, I don't want to misquote, but pretty sure he was commanding her to get guys with big black dicks, according to these papers. Yeah. Let me see here. It's broken down in different sections. Apparently, he was beating Miss Ventura. Whipping her ass on a regular basis to the point where he had to hide her out in different hotels while her bruises healed. Okay. Okay, let's you know what? I want to I want to read a little bit of this. We're going to go to section 5 where it says Mr. Combs forces Miss Ventura into sex trafficking. Let's read what they got here. It says within a few months of beginning a romantic relationship with a 40-year-old Mr. Combs, the 22-year-old Miss Ventura felt beholden to his whims and demands. While in New York City, Mr. Combs told Miss Ventura that he wanted to engage in a fantasy of his called voyeurism. Mr. Combs said that it would turn him on if he saw Miss Ventura with another dick. The first time Mr. Combs hired a man and brought the man to his home in Los Angeles, the man, Mr. Combs, and Miss Ventura wore masquerade masks and ingested drugs. Mr. Combs directed Miss Ventura to perform sexual acts with this man while Mr. Combs watched them. He masturbated while he directed Miss Ventura and the man to do specific sexual acts. The entire encounter lasted multiple days. Mr. Combs began to call the arrangement a freak off, or FO. He would repeatedly tell Miss Ventura at random moments that he wanted an FO, and Miss Ventura eventually expected to facilitate the location and the hiring of male sex workers. At certain points during Miss Ventura and Mr. Combs' relationship, he would insist on an FO weekly. Mr. Combs would repeatedly tell Miss Ventura that his practice was our thing and our secret. FOs would often take place in hotel suites, including the Trump International Hotel in Columbus Circle, La Hermitage, Beverly Hills, the London Hotel in Los Angeles, the Intercontinental Century City, the Intercontinental in Atlanta, the Intercontinental New York City, the One Hotel in New York, and in Miami, the Mandarin Hotel in New York and in Miami, the Fontainebleau in Miami, the Beverly Hills Hotel, and Shutters on the Beach in Los Angeles. I mean, that's a lot of fucking places, yo. Even if it was just one time at these places, what I believe it was multiple times at all of these places, but even if it was one time per place, sheesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That, wow. Wow. Okay. Let's keep it going. That's right. Damn shame about Puff. Instead of building schools, grocery stores, possibly a black hospital, he's doing this shit. All that money he made off Biggie and others, shaking my head. And this is what he's doing? That's right. Busy schedule. Let's continue. On one occasion, around 2013, Mr. Combs had a FO set up at the Intercontinental Hotel in New York City, after which he was charged with tens of thousands of dollars in damages by the hotel. What kind of FO was going on that they done fucked up the whole goddamn hotel? Just curious. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs' chief of staff, Tony Fletcher, paid the invoice charged by the hotel. Miss Ventura was eventually instructed to use websites and escort services to find male sex workers to participate the FOs. Mr. Combs told Miss Ventura to search for large black penises on a website. Sometimes Mr. Combs would pay to fly male sex workers to his location, including to multiple cities in the United States as well as abroad. He required Miss Ventura and his staff to help him make these arrangements. Mr. Combs' assistants would help to set up the FOs, including by setting up the hotel suites with baby oil and Astroglide. I'm going to just let y'all know that Astroglide part is a hint to something more sinister that was going on. Hang on. Okay, there we go. To something more sinister that was going on. I think y'all might know. Yeah. What do they usually use Astroglide? I mean, you got baby oil. Why would you need the Astroglide? Let's continue. Mr. Combs always supplied Miss Ventura and the sex worker with copious amounts of drugs before and during the FOs. Miss Ventura was given ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and alcohol in excessive amounts during FOs, which allowed her to disassociate during these horrific encounters. It became commonplace to get IV fluids in the days after an FO to recover from the excessive substances pushed upon her. God damn. Miss Ventura was required to dress up in lingerie for an FO. And Mr. Combs insisted she wear white nail polish to contrast her nails with the skin of the black men he hired to have sex with her. During the FO, Mr. Combs would instruct Miss Ventura to pour excessive amounts of oil over herself. Oh. Listen, I'm just reading, y'all. Talk about I'm stupid. Listen. I'm reading what's here. This is public record, first of all. Okay? Mr. Combs would then instruct Ms. Ventura and the sex workers to speak to each other, and then would specifically tell Ms. Ventura where to touch the sex workers. Mr. Combs would say things like, grab that big black dick, and ask her, how does it feel? As he directed her to perform for him. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. Mm-mm-mm. It's almost like he was remote controlling her or something. Like that's what he wanted to. During the FOs, in addition to directing Miss Ventura and masturbating, Mr. Combs would use his phone, laptop, and tablet to film Miss Ventura having sex with the hired sex worker. He treated the forced encounter as a personal art project, adjusting the candles he used for lighting to frame the videos he took. While Miss Ventura quickly deleted any photographs or video of sex acts if they were taken on her phone, Mr. Combs repeatedly made clear that he retained many videos of Miss Ventura during FOs. Even when she deleted the videos, Mr. Combs would tell Miss Ventura that he was able to recover deleted videos from her devices. On one occasion, he sat next to her on a flight and made her watch a video she thought she had deleted, reinforcing her inability to escape the immense power he held over her. Mr. Combs would pay the male sex workers a few $1,000s in cash for their services. During some FOs, Mr. Combs would become extremely intoxicated and would hit Miss Ventura in front of the male sex workers. Miss Ventura was repulsed by Mr. Combs' demands, but between the physical beating and recognizing his incredible power and incredible temper, Miss Ventura became petrified of her partner and boss and felt that she could not say no. He even would present her with lavish gifts prior to or in the middle of FOs, seemingly acknowledging the ways in which these forced sexual encounters constituted work for Miss Ventura, and that he needed to compensate her for this work. At one point, he had given her so many designer bracelets for the FOs, and immediately following his brutal beatings, that she felt that she was shackled by his presence. Frequently, her anxiety before an FO would become so great that she would become physically ill, sometimes to the point of vomiting. While kneeling over the toilet, Mr. Combs would shame her into performing for him, eventually forcing her to get up and proceed with the encounter. She knew firsthand that telling Mr. Combs that she did not want to engage in FOs was met with anger and violence. In addition, any suggestion that Miss Ventura would refuse the FO or otherwise report Mr. Combs' abuse was met with ultimatums by Mr. Combs, who would say that Miss Ventura could not go to the police because she had, quote unquote, a lot to lose. Around August 2015, for example, in the middle of a surprise birthday dinner for Miss Ventura's 29th birthday. Now listen to this, y'all. This is some real gall shit right here. I ain't gonna tell you. The nigga got some balls right here. It's her birthday, okay? Surprise. She got this nigga said, hold up. He said, bitch, you don't know I'm an Illuminati? Shit. Okay. It's a surprise birthday party. It's a 29th birthday party. Somebody threw a surprise birthday party. Mr. Combs insisted that Miss Ventura leave the party and go to the hotel for a damn FO. These are some never-ending freak-offs, y'all. These are some never-ending freak-offs. Wow, the girl can't even enjoy her little birthday party. She got one more year before she turned 30. She trying to enjoy her 29th birthday, and here you go rip her away from her party for a freak-off? When she expressed that she did not want to go, Mr. Combs had Miss Ventura cornered by his security staff in order to force her to leave with him. After this FL, because you know it happened, Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura went back to the hotel room that Miss Ventura was staying in, where some of Miss Ventura's friends were already hanging out. Mr. Combs was severely intoxicated, and at one point during the night, picked up one of Miss Ventura's friends like a child and dangled the friend over the balcony of the 17th floor hotel suite. I'm sorry. Now, hold up. There's reports that this might be Wale that he did this to. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You can't make this shit up. So somebody got 5 heartbeated out this motherfucker. This nigga Puffy said, my office hours are from 9 to 5. You hear me? Oh, you want to check? You want to check my royalty? You want to check my books? My office hours are from 9. He did the big red on it. He big redded them. Because who did he pick up like a child? One of the girls, one of her female friends, and hang a female friend off the balcony? And did he physically do this, or did he have the security do this? It says, hang on, let me just read that again. Mr. Combs, he was severely intoxicated at one point during the night, picked up, it's saying that he did this, picked up one of Miss Ventura's friends like a child. Now, what did he like? Pick him up like this? Like put him under his arm like this? Like I'm trying to figure out the like a child part. Like did he like straddle the legs around his hip, like, you know, and have him across his akimbo on his hip? Like, what do you mean like a child? I'm just curious. So they picked the friend up like a child and dangled the friend over the balcony of the 17th floor suite. Well, of course, Miss Ventura and her friends were scared by Mr. Combs' erratic behavior, but Miss Ventura was heavily sedated because of the drugs she took to participate in the FO, and therefore was unable to respond to Mr. Combs' terrifying behavior. All right, so basically, she did one of these. Puff, what are you doing? Nah, I'm hanging this motherfucker over the shit like a child. Oh. She did one of those. She just stared. The friend was like, you ain't gonna help me, Cassie? Cassie, help! 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 Cassie just said, I'm too sedated from the drugs. I'm sorry, friend. This man too powerful. You see, he picked you up like a child. Somebody said Cassie's box is ruined. Yikes. Lord, you never heard stories about... Of course I heard stories. Huh? Did I hear stories? This is why my man settled in 24 hours. This nigga settled like he had 24 hours to live. Just think. Where would you go? What would you do? Who would you screw? Woo! That boy settled faster than one of the motherfucking Zionists in the West Bank. Okay. He settled so fast. So basically the end of this little chapter, this little section said the FOs became work for Miss Ventura, and despite her protestations, Mr. Combs insisted on these intricately staged and forced sexual encounters between Miss Ventura and various male sex workers. Woo! And I mean, there's a lot more shit, but we ain't gonna read the whole goddamn thing. I think that was entertaining enough. First of all, I'm sorry for, you know, what happened to this girl, man. She seemed like a sweet girl. At the same time, you know, sometimes you get, you know, you got what you wanted in a way, but you got more than you bargained for. You see? You thought, you know, being all pretty and bad and, oh, let me get one of these top motherfuckers, and it didn't necessarily go right. And a lot of people saying, oh, it's a money grab. Maybe. But if the shit's true, it doesn't matter if it's a money grab. I don't really care what her fucking motivations were for doing the shit. Yes, you're welcome, Artie Stacks. Yeah. So I don't really care what her motivation. Oh, she waited so long. I heard there was an NDA. Okay. Did y'all ever think about non-disclosure clauses and shit like that? I heard there was an NDA that expired like 2 days before she fucking went public with this shit. So that could be part of the reason why she right, she came out with the shit. That's right, NDA expired. Again, I don't care. I don't care what the fucking shit was. I believe that he settled real fast because she didn't tell everything in that motherfucking court document. But once she alluded to those FOs, to those freak offs, and he saw how much she told about it, that she got right to the edge, but she didn't tell the whole shit of what was going on, of why that male sex worker was getting paid thousands of dollars. I don't know. We've all heard things. Oh shit, Tony. Tyson Garcia, you's a beast. Yeah. Listen. Somebody who's telling somebody to grab that big black dick and all this crazy shit, like, that shit don't sound right. That shit don't sound right. Well, she got that bread. And my man, the guy, he like, oh, she probably settled for pennies. Nope. I heard she turned down 10 million. She had already turned down 10 million. She got that bread. She got that 30 at least. And yeah, we mad that she married the white man, the trainer, or whatever the case may be, had 2 kids with him. Oh well. You know what I mean? That still doesn't take away the fact that if this shit is true, this shit's crazy. You know what I mean? This shit is crazy. It's fucking depravity. Hey, what said, I wonder what Young Miami doing. Exactly. She already proclaimed that she liked golden showers and getting pissed on and shit like that. Who introduced you to that? Who introduced you to that, Young Miami? Did you fucking start doing that shit during freak offs? Is that one of the things you're instructed to do during a freak off, young Miami? Just curious.